Alright, Indigos. Indigos start together. At this time, they shouldn't start. They should rush. Because time is now. Time is quick. Quickening. Yeah. So together, so they start to ask questions. Start to see them on the internet, in some meetings, last conference. Actually, I see two types of Indigos at the moment. The group of Indigos that say, we're totally lost in here. We don't understand the thing going on this planet. We're totally lost. We don't know what to do. We don't know what we are here for. And we need help. Please help us explain and everything. Alright? That's one group. The other group say, well, that's us. We are the Indigos. Christopher, Harpo, Ultraviolet, Rambo. And we know everything. You don't have to explain anything to us. Why to listen to you, the veterans of the previous waves, all these older people from other waves. We know, we have it. That's usually not reserved to the Indigos to say this, because that is the usual way of the teenagers and youngsters who say to the parents and others, why you old guys? Everything has changed. It's not like in your time. Everything has changed now. We are. Boom. Okay. Well, people, Indigos, you know what? We're not to be in the middle of this. You know? The way of the middle. Never heard of a guy called Gautama, the Buddha. He said, take the way of the middle. Take the middle way. Yeah. In the middle. Know who you are. What mission you have to do here. But please, listen to the old guys, because they know a lot, you see. They have experienced everything you can think of. And besides, since this place is the first kind of place you have ever been into it, incarnated in such density of 3D class M planet class HQ well, then you better ask us, huh? Because we know the place. Well, we were like you when we came here. What is this hell? And then we started to learn a lot about it. So you better listen to us, right? So thank you to listen to me. Thank you very much, you all young, shining, full of life Indigos. Let's see about full of life. What do you say about that? Yeah. People also ask me at this time, well, I have all the characteristics of the Indigos, but I'm not young. I've been in this planet for a good time, and I was born in the 70s, 60s, or 50s, but I feel like an Indigo. Well, let me answer to that question. Indigos is just another name like all the fancy names that I have mentioned for volunteers who came from the stars to incarnate on planet Earth to help this poor so-called civilization and help them to move to higher reality frequency and everything, right? That's another name. We, born in the 40s, 50s, 60s, where we were the first wave of star people, right? First wave of star people. Star people being people came from the stars to be incarnated on planet Earth, and star people had very, very little incarnation on planet Earth. I explained that in my galactic readings, which are specifically made for all star people, star seeds and the like. So there is not much difference, you know, not much. Just waves and waves and waves, that's all. Now there are the star seeds. Please make difference with that. Star seeds usually are souls also coming from the stars who came to help the planets, but they started to come a bit long ago. The star seeds, they had got a good number of incarnations on this here planet Earth. Quite a number. That's the difference, okay? I think you get it, you get this. So, star seeds are more accustomed to everything on Earth, including esoteric New Age stuff. Star people are in the middle of that, Indigos there. The brand new kids in the block. Right? Okay. Right. The slip-on mate and the Indigos, star people, star seeds. I think you get my point. Alright. Now, we are over mountains here. Not beautiful day. Would be better. Message to the Indigos. I promised I would speak about music. It's very, very important for you. But that necessitates a special video. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's example and everything. Huge topic. Same with video, that is movies, series, all of that stuff. And the other opportune point I promise to tell about all of this that you use, Indigos. Many of the first waivers, we talk about being from the intergalactic fleet, okay, that came in the 40s, 50s, 60s. We didn't have any much technology at the time, but we used what we've got, and many of us are looking with great thinking and great, I don't know, surprise to all that booming of technology, which goes so quick and so quick and so quick. There is something abnormal in this. It's abnormal. All of this is abnormal. It's not about the timeline. Watch my videos on timelines. But there's something abnormal in here. Very abnormal. Good years back, but we were still in the computers. Well in the computer age. The editor of a magazine about computers made a good article, front page, and said there is something abnormal with the speed going on with the computer technologies, new technologies and everything, especially with computers, because it doesn't go to the same speed with everything else. And he took the example of cars. He said this is abnormal. We are still driving the same cars as 50 years ago, 100 years ago. Basically the same technology, gadgets, but basically the same stuff. Same wheels, same steering wheel, same engine, same fuel and everything in it. And he said what is abnormal is that if the cars or car industry have evolved at the same speed as the computer industry, today we should have flying cars, and when going to the gas station you should fill your car with the whatever I have one here, with a very teeny bottle, a teeny bottle like that of something would enable us to go for 1,000 miles and flying. So that was a good point from that editor of that magazine, but he made the point in the other way. The way is that the speed of the technology computer industry, that's the one which is abnormal. Basically, yeah, well, for many reasons that you know, from the elite and financial system, economic crazy system on earth. Of course, they keep the cars the same way because they still want to use the oil and stuff like that. But the evolution is slow. Even consider quick, but slow. Well, soon car will drive by themselves, things like that, and they'll have magnetic stuff, and they will fly over the ground and later on. But that's basically normal speed for a class M planet, would say Mr. Spock. Yeah, but this is not normal. Totally abnormal, that stuff. And the computer and all of this. Abnormal, totally. And you Indigos, you have jumped on this. Yeah, you did, didn't you? Why? Well, because you were coming from other planets. Before, you were on the spaceships, and in the spaceships of our intergalactic fleet, we use computers. We have big tablets. We talk to computers. We have everything, like in Star Trek, right? Tablet in Star Trek and all that stuff, computer. So the Indigos, you say, well, that's the same then. Same thing as on our planets, same thing as in the ships. You jumped on that. Yeah, well, they are the same. Yeah, great. And you jump into that and you immerse yourself into that almost 24/7. Okay. But still, we don't know. You don't know what it is. You don't know what that stuff is. And I believe you have to know what you're using. You are not using the computers and the tablets we have in our fleet. Forget it. It's totally different stuff. Totally different. And I'm going to tell you what it is.